Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall. 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 Hello, I'm Shelley Duvall.
Having been a child in lockdown, I now spend my days listening to Penelope Scott and crying over the fact that I never got to experience 2020 to its fullest. I didn't cosplay, I didn't make cringy TikToks, and I didn't decorate my room in the most horrific way possible. But then I had an idea. I just moved into this room recently, and I need to decorate it anyway. So why don't I kill two birds with one stone and make the lockdown room of my dreams? Manga wall here, posters here, more posters here. I need lots of posters for this to work. Big ivy over here, random stuff hanging from the ceilings, and of course LED lights. I'll be getting started with this soon, so make sure to follow so you don't miss anything.
Are your walls empty? Do you need to put stuff on your walls? You don't have any decorations? It's okay, I got ya. Today we are doing high crafts. What you're gonna need: an old canvas, or really any panel of any kind that you can hang on the wall. Paintbrush and fixings. Old books or magazines that you love enough to look at but you hate enough to destroy. Mod Podge. And if you're getting real fancy with it, glitter, maybe even fake flowers, maybe even fabric trimmings, and probably hot glue. So first, take your old book, and then you're gonna take your picture, and you're gonna crumple it up. And soon you have a shell of what once was. Depending on how big your canvas is, you might need a lot.
Super easy, you're gonna get a touch of Mod Podge on your wet brush, brush down your canvas, and then smack on some of your lovely photos. And once you've got them laid down, use your glue brush, but just use water and just kind of press them down more into the canvas. You're gonna get some paint. I'm using this old kind of crappy paint because it literally doesn't matter. You're just gonna put a little dot of it on top of your canvas because we're just gonna go in and dilute it with water into a color wash, like that. After the paint dries, I add one more layer of Mod Podge. And then after that's dry, I add my extra decorations. And that's it! You have a snazzy decoration! And don't forget to get creative. This works on virtually everything. Have fun!
Please don't be ugly. Please don't be ugly. Please.
I've got my eye on you. I've got my eye on you. Welcome back to me making our dream apartment. Today I'm making a hanging clothing rack for the bedroom, which was surprisingly easy. What I needed was some chains, carabiners, clothing rack, and strong hooks for the ceiling. Then it was just a matter of assembling everything together, and that was pretty much it. Next up, for the bedroom, we really want to do something like wall-mounted drawers instead of this couch. So if you have some ideas, you're welcome to share.
Getting you is un amor. Getting you pintas sin color. Quiero tanto devorarte, esta vez besarte. Si es que soy capaz, cariño, es un amor, cariño, pintas en color.
Here's how I made an interactive music wall that plays music when I tap it with my phone. So first I designed all the album covers, and then I used my sister's printer to print them out. But the printer messed up the words, so I had to write them myself. And then I had to do a shit ton of cutting, and more cutting. And then I took these NFC stickers and I stuck them on the back of all the album, and I programmed them so that when I tapped them with my phone would play music. And then I stuck them all on the wall, but it looked kind of boring, so I decided to add some of these origami stars to spice it up. And this is what it looked like in the end.
I know what it's like to feel different. I'm not different.
Stay with me. I don't want you to leave.
This is a short guide on how to furnish a long bedroom. We'll use a single bed, in this case a corner bed. Place it on the bottom right, on the opposite side of the entrance door. Then you can place the robe next to the door. Make sure it's not too wide so it doesn't collide with the door. On the bottom side of the bed you will place the desk with a swivel chair. With this arrangement we will have all the furniture items on the right and the clear traffic path can be on the left side. All furniture items used in this video are from IKEA. Comment if you have questions about them. And this is the result in 3D. Follow and like if you enjoyed the video and comment if you have more ideas.
Imagine the day they see you again. And you are just, well, better.
Wake up, Sophie.
I was trying to be big girl and have my bed in the middle of the room, but I am a corner sleeper. Always have been, always will. So that was the first step in this bedroom makeover. Now with all this new space, I can add back my little vanity desk and this chair that I've had since I was maybe 4 years old. To finish this corner off, I added this gorgeous piece of art. The frame is secondhand, and little hack to give your print some texture, adding clear acrylic gloss with a paintbrush really gives it an authentic effect. I then added some trim to my plain closet doors just to give them a slightly elevated look. And then the mirror went back where it was previously, but for the mirror, I actually stripped the yellow paint just to get rid of the checkered effect that was there and bring it back to the original blue tile. And then I actually dyed the grout lines this deep red for a little visual interest. I also DIY'd a wall sconce inspired by this viral flower floor lamp using some copper pipe, a light cord, and this thrifted flower bowl. And finally, I love the look of stained glass. So for one of my window panels, I added this faux stained glass film, which is just so pretty. I finished my room by adding some fun bedding, this adorable little runner, and some fun decor pieces. And I don't know what to call my design style, but I love this.
Package Amina's order with me. She got sherbet sorbet and cereal milk. Thank you.
Here's how I made these pink sparkly stars to hang above my desk. I started by mixing the perfect shade of pink using acrylic paint, and then I took a spare piece of cardboard and I painted both sides. Once this was dry, I used some glitter glue to add the sparkles to both sides as well. I let that dry and then I used a marker to freehand some stars. I didn't mind if these were a little bit wonky. In fact, I feel like they look better if they're not perfect. I cut out each of the stars and then I used invisible nylon cord and I cut out a few feet, threaded that through each star, tied that off with a knot, and then finally finished off the edges with some more glitter glue. Then these were ready to hang. I just used clear tape to attach them to my ceiling, and this is how they turned out. I think that they kind of look like little cartoon stars, and I love that.
Redecorate my room with me, part 1. So this is how my room currently looks like. Okay naman siya, but I do want to make some updates for this 2024. Especially this part of my room. Mukha talagang messy yung mga wires. Starting with this mirror, hindi ko na-bet yung color niya. Wood talaga to, pinatungan ko lang ng contact sticker paper. And na-amaze talaga ako dito kasi wala siyang iniwang mark. Ganito yung process ko ng paglalagay. Mineasure ko muna siya part by part, then ginupit yung kailangan. Sa pagdidikit, unti-unti lang. And make sure to use a tool like this to make sure na walang air bubbles. I use cutter and scissors para remove yung excess. So if meron kang furniture na gusto mong ibahin yung color, you can try this technique. Kailangan lang talaga ng tiyaga sa paglalagay. But I swear, sobrang worth it ng results. Ito pala yung door ko before, and since wala pa akong budget to buy a new door, ganito muna yung ginawa ko. Naglagay lang rin ako ng tapestry and door hook for my bags. And lastly, for my bedside table, inayos ko lang rin siya. Bago pala tong mirror ko na to, it's so cute. I also got this vase and flowers from Mr. DIY. My brushes, sleeping mask, and nakita ko rin tong remote cover. Ang cute. If you also like this lamp, punta lang kayo sa basket ko. And here's what we have so far. I like it so much. Like for part 2. Bye guys!
turning my basic boring grey and white room into a pink and gold Barbie princess slice of heaven. Oh, I've wanted to do this for the longest time and we finally got round to it. I just feel like my room is really boring. You know, I did the whole grey and white simple thing and I just ended up getting bored. You know, my room needs more pink. I also need more storage space desperately because my current walk-in wardrobe is literally bursting at the seams. And I thought it'd be fun to film the whole process and bring you along with me so we can see the transformation happen together. Oh my god, I'm just so excited. Obviously Puppet is here to help as well, to do all the handiwork because I can't do that. Starting off at IKEA, we picked up my new wardrobe. I designed one of those like design it yourself little packs wardrobes and I cannot wait to put it together. And then we headed to B&Q to obviously pick out my new paint for my room. It's going to be pink. I'm leaving the walls white, but I wanted to do basically all the bits that are still grey are going to be pink. And I picked out a new colour called Happy Heart and had it mixed because I just couldn't pick one that I liked. And I had this crazy idea to try and mix silver glitter into the paint so it was like sparkly. But I don't know if that's going to work. And yes, that was like kids glitter paint. I don't know what I was thinking. As soon as I got home, I started decantering all my shelves, taking everything down. Everything had to come out because obviously I didn't want to get paint on anything. And also some things, because of the design change that we're doing to my room, won't be going back up. So this was kind of like emotional, you know. I had to throw a few bits away that just weren't necessary in my room anymore. Take all these drawers out because I'm actually getting rid of one of my chest of drawers because the wardrobe's going to go there. My aim is to do as much of this myself so I can feel like more accomplished, you know, when the room is finished and be like, I did that. I so did that. But I mean, no one, including myself, trusts me with a drill. So obviously my dad had to step in every now and again just to get a few screws in place. Then came the most tedious job of it all. Oh my goodness, this took forever. I had to time lapse, but literally I think this one wall took me about half an hour. And while I was doing that, my dad got rid of the first chest of drawers. That one had to go. It was all bowed and broken, but I kept the other one because there was no need to get rid of it. It was perfectly fine. And to be fair, like I did really need it. And as you saw, I just did a little DIY job myself. I filled in a hole with some poly something or whatever it's called. But I felt so accomplished, you know. I did that all by myself. What a proud girly. And back to the most tedious job in the world, taking off this blue tack. It wasn't till later I realised I should have used a spoon. I destroyed my nails doing this, but luckily I think I was about to get them done like a couple days later anyway, so it didn't really matter. But it was just so time consuming. Like I think this all in all took me about 2 hours just to take all the pictures off and remove all the blue tack. Why did I choose to stick them on with blue tack? I don't know. Even glue dots, to be fair, did the same thing. Either way, I was there for a while making sure that the whole wall was stripped down and ready to be sanded. So don't worry, I'm not going to leave the wall looking like that. I am going to repaint it. I'm just giving it a fresh like coat of white. I still want to keep the walls white and like the coving and everything that was grey, like pink. I thought about doing it the other way around and having the walls pink and then the coving white, which to be fair would have looked cute as well, but luckily I didn't because the paint that I chose was way darker than it looked in the tin. I carefully took my vines down because I do intend on putting those back up after, and this is what we're working with so far. Come back for part 2.
How to make your own maze game using a cardboard box. The first thing I did was got the lid of a shoebox and cut out 2 holes like this on the ends. And then I drew out the maze pattern I wanted. I used mini pop tubes, but you can also use plastic straws. And start gluing them on the maze. And then all you need is some sort of ball. I used a bouncy ball.
My fiance and I are splitting up. We've been talking about it for a while, but we decided that we need our own offices. We used to share this one and it looks good when it's clean, but it's actually never clean. It's narrow, so our chairs would bump into each other and it just wasn't working out. So we were like, what can we do? And that's when we realized we had a guest bedroom that was barely used. So we moved that room downstairs to another room that we used to use for storage before, but now it's officially the guest bedroom. Our cat also came in to inspect to make sure everything was good. But back to our offices, these have been on my Pinterest board, so I'm excited to transform my room. The first thing we did was get new white paint. It's crazy because there's so many shades of white. Like the current one is flat and kind of gray, this is creamy, and then this looks like pee on our wall. We went with the creamy one, but halfway through I'm not sure if you can see the difference at all. But then the silliest thing happened and I fell off this ladder. It took me out for a whole week, but shout out to my fiance because he did the floors all by himself. It was his first time, so we were both nervous, but he did his research and our friend Paolo gave us a bunch of guidance, so it turned out amazing. After cleaning up and sorting stuff, my new desk finally arrived. It's crazy because look at the difference before and now. I love it so much, but it feels like I'm missing wall decor or something. What do you think?